The Rat and the Elephant. In a world made of soft, colorful clay lived a tiny rat named Remy. Remy often felt very, very small, especially when he scurried past grand, towering trees or enormous, wobbly mushrooms. One sunny afternoon, Remy saw something truly colossal. It was Jumbo, a magnificent elephant whose legs were like tree trunks and whose ears flapped like giant clay fans. Jumbo was so big, Remy felt like a speck of dust next to him. "Oh my," squeaked Remy, puffing out his tiny chest. "Everyone always notices the big ones, like Jumbo. But even the smallest of us has importance, you know." He felt a little frustrated that his own cleverness and quickness often went unnoticed. Jumbo, hearing the tiny squeak, slowly turned his head. He looked down at Remy with a gentle, amused rumble. "Is that so, little one?" He trumpeted softly, a smile playing on his large clay face. He couldn't imagine how someone so small could be of much consequence. "Indeed," insisted Remy, stamping a tiny clay foot. "You might be strong and grand, Jumbo, but sometimes even the smallest creature can do great things. Don't judge a book by its cover or a creature by its size." A few days later, disaster struck. Jumbo, while exploring a dense part of the clay forest, stumbled into a hunter's trap. Thick, strong ropes made of braided clay strands wrapped around his legs, holding him tight. Jumbo struggled and roared, but he couldn't break free. Remy, scurrying through the undergrowth, heard Jumbo's cries for help. He followed the sound and found his giant friend trapped. "Oh no, Jumbo," he squeaked, his tiny heart racing. "Don't worry, I'll help you." Without hesitation, Remy began to gnaw at the thick clay ropes. His tiny, sharp teeth worked tirelessly, nibbling and cutting through strand after strand. It was hard work, but Remy remembered his words to Jumbo. Even the smallest can do great things. Finally, with a snap and a pop, the last rope broke. Jumbo was free. He shook his mighty head and looked down at the tiny, exhausted Remy. "Thank you, dear Remy," he rumbled, his voice full of gratitude. "You saved me. I was wrong to doubt your words." From that day on, Remy and Jumbo were the best of friends. They had both learned a valuable lesson. No being is so small that it cannot help, and no being is so large that it cannot need help.